How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. If you guys would, please give this video a thumbs up if you guys do really enjoy it. Subscribe, of course, if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, make sure you guys hit the bell notification button so you guys do not miss out on future videos or streams here on the channel. And we're going to be doing another unboxing video. This is going to be for Sequence. If you guys have any movies, TV shows, tabletop games, or video games you guys are interested in me covering here on the channel that I have not done so yet, please let me know in the comment section down below. And we'll jump right into unboxing Sequence, and I will give you guys a really quick tutorial of how to play it if you guys have not had a chance to ever play this really fantastic game. This is a new version that I have. I have an older version, I just don't know where it is. So I thought, hey, you know what, I'll buy a newer version of it and do a little unboxing video for you guys. So this is a 2 to 12 player game. So this is great not only for small groups, if you're just playing with, just by yourself or with somebody, but you can also have this as a party game, which is really nice. I also want to state the fact that I got a newer version, but it's extremely cheap, as you can tell. This ran me $9, and the box itself is very cheap and easy to destroy. I don't know why, but when I was trying to get the tape off, it was a nightmare, and this cardboard is just cheap as shit. So keep that in mind. Try to get a higher quality box if you guys are into collecting games of that nature. But to me, I'm like, I don't much care. I just want to state that this box is for shit for $9, but it is a $9 game. So, all right, and then taking everything out, we have the awesome board. I will show it in full detail in a minute. And then we have the red pieces, green pieces, and blue, and then it comes with 2 decks of cards, playing cards wise. So you have all these, and there you go. And that is it. This is just a placeholder, and these aren't bags, unfortunately. So when you open all these things up, you're just going to have them flying around in here, kind of an irritation. So get plastic bags of your own if you need to. And let's take a look at the board. A lot of people have said, "Oh, this board looks smaller than normal." Yeah, it kind of is. This is a smaller version of the Sequence. So there you go. Try to zoom in for you guys. Nice board. I like it. It also tells you exactly, if you guys, in case you guys forget what the one-eyed and two-eyed jacks are for. It tells you. So if you guys are playing, let me see if I can find them in this deck of cards. So if you guys ever find one-eyed jacks remove tokens that are already on the board, and then if you play a two-eyed jack, let's see if I can find a two-eyed jack, and those are wild. So there you go. And the one-eyed jacks, as you guys can tell by the board, one-eyed jacks and two-eyed jacks are not on the board as normal spots to play. And depending on how many people you're having, determines if you're going to do 1v1 or 2v2 or things of that nature. Just depends on how many people are playing as to how you set the game up individually. So if you're doing a 2-player version, or you're doing teams where you have 2 people on each, then you need 2 sequences to win. If you're doing 3 players, or you're doing like teams of 3, then you only need 1 sequence to win. So that's the objective in order to win. Cards, based on how many people you have playing, determines how many cards you have in your hand. So if you're doing 2 players, you start with 7 cards. If you're doing 3 to 4, you do 6. If you're doing 6 players, you get 5 cards. If you're doing 8 to 9 players, you get 4 cards in your hand. And if you're doing 10 to 12 players, you start with 3 cards in your hand. The remaining cards, of course, will form the draw deck. So the player to the left of the dealer goes first, and play continues clockwise. On each turn, players play 1 card from their hand and place it face up in front of them, forming a discard pile. Then they place 1 card, then they place the card of that matching, they play a matching token of the card that they played. So for example, if I played this, this card, I'd have to place a token matching it onto the board. and I'm trying to form a sequence, which is 5. Now the sequence also can go horizontal, it can go vertical, and it can go diagonal as well. So just keep that in mind. Once a marker chip has been placed, it cannot be removed by any opponent except by a one-eyed jack. Finally, at the end of the turn, the player has to draw a card from the draw pile to complete their turn. If you fail, and this is very crucial, and this is something a lot of people like, oh, we're just playing because we're friends and family. If you don't follow this rule, it can kind of be a detriment. But if you fail to draw a card before the next player makes a move, it results in that player forfeiting the right to draw a card, and that player must finish the game with fewer cards than the other players. So if you start the game off, and you start off, for example, with 7 cards, and you fail to draw a card at the end of your turn, you are stuck with 6 for the rest of the game. And that can keep going down if you guys want to challenge yourself to 5, 4, 3. So just remember that. If the draw deck runs out of cards, the game is ruled as a draw. So don't stockpile on cards. Just play what you have. There's really no reason to hoard cards in your hand. You're trying to play them anyway. It's not like you're saving them to do some sort of special move or action, like you're playing Unstable Unicorns or Villainous for whatever reason. There are printed chips on each corner. I'll show you guys those. So you get these printed chips right here, and they say sequence on them. And those are literal wild spaces on the board. All players can use them. All you got to do is place your color marker on it. And if you use that corner for a sequence, you don't have to have 5 chips going horizontal, vertical, or diagonal to form a sequence. If you use one of those corners, you only have to have 4 chips to form your sequence, which is pretty cool. Dead cards, if you have cards in your hand, and this can happen, and I've had it happen numerous times, if you have dead cards. So like let's say, for example, you have, like I said, this card again, but it's already been played. Like there's no way you can play this card. You can, at the beginning of your turn, just discard them, and then your turn proceeds as normal. So that way you're not always holding on to dead cards that you can't play. Like I said, jacks, there's 8 jacks within the deck. There's 4 of the 2-eyed and 4 of the 1-eyed. Like I said earlier, 2-eyed jacks are wild cards. You can put a token down anywhere you want to on the board. And then 1-eyed jacks are anti-wild, so they remove a token of the enemy team's piece that's already on the board, and you're trying to play those so you can stop them from completing their sequences. So play continues until one player or team has scored the required number of sequences, at which point that player or team wins the game. And that is it. So if you guys have any questions or comments about this game, please let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as possible. Thank you guys for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys on the next video or stream. Bye, guys.